Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing wonderful. We had a little Christmas party last night with me and my grandchildren and all my children actually. Everybody came. It used to be me and the grandkids, and now it's gotten so much fun that moms and dads want to come too. They used to just drop them off, but now they're like, "Oh, we want to come and make some cookies." So what I do at my house is I have every Christmas, we do the Christmas cookies. We decorate Christmas cookies here. Of course, when they were really little, it was for Santa. You know, we had to make our cookies for Santa. And now it's just a thing. We just do it. And this year, my youngest is 11. So what I did was I pre-baked the cookies. I usually have them, roll out all the flour. We make a huge mess. But this time I wanted to do a little more fun things, do some, we ate. We did a lot of eating. You see, these cheeks are getting bigger and bigger every time you see me. And we played games and stuff like that. So instead of doing all the baking, I baked the cookies ahead of time. And then I had everything laid out, the frosting, the sprinkles, and all that, so they could frost their cookies the way they wanted to and decorate them. And everybody had a little tray. They could take them home. That's what we did. But we did that little, you've probably seen it like on TikTok or there's some other things where you roll like a can or a soda drink down the table and whatever it lands on, we put a little money out. I put money and I put booby prizes, which the kids thought was hilarious, especially the boys. What's a booby prize? A booby prize? So I had little bags of candy and ornaments and toys and things like that. Things that I got from like Five Below store. Have y'all done that? You can get great gifts at the Five Below. Let me show y'all. Five Below, there's shower, color changing LED shower head changes with the water flow. And this, I think I've shown this to y'all before. It's for the toilet. They're like $5 each and everybody gets a little gift. So I got a bunch of little stuff like that. I got a couple of robots and things that the kids would like, a walking spider, all kinds of weird stuff. So everybody got a prize, and then I put money all over the table. It took a long time. It probably took a good 40 minutes of them rolling that can back, down the dining room table, because a lot of times they didn't land on anything or it landed on the floor or something. So it was a lot of fun. So that's my thing for Christmas. My daughter does Christmas Eve, and then my other daughter has Christmas Day. I used to have them all. And they were like, it's not fair. We never have Christmas at our house. So we rearranged things a little bit. So everybody gets a little Christmas at their house, with the whole family. So everybody does. So it works out really good. And it was also, that was last night. It was also the longest night of the year, right? It was the solstice equinox. And Iranian people celebrate that. They call it the longest night of the year. It's called Yalda, right? I probably say it with a terrible accent. My husband always corrects me, but he's not here. So sorry, Iranians. Yalda. I think it's Yalda because I want to say Yalda. And he's like, that's not how you say it. Sorry. Anyway, it's the longest night of the year. And I told I told him, you hijacked my Christmas because we put the celebration all together. Because I decided to have it on Sunday, and it just happened to fall. This is, Yalda night. So we made lots of Iranian food, lots of food. Oh my gosh, y'all. And you have to put out watermelon and pomegranates. And of course, we have fudge and pumpkin bars, all the stuff for Christmas too. And we had Fessenjan. I don't know if y'all have ever eaten that. Fessenjan and gourmet sabzi and rice and yogurt. So we had a big mixture of all different cultures. It was a lot of fun. And my daughter said, oh my gosh, I ate too much this morning as soon as she got on there. I ate too much last night. And I saw my eggnog in my refrigerator. It's going to go out of date in a couple of days. So I got me a cup of eggnog here. I have to drink it before it goes bad. I love eggnog, and you only get it once a year. So this is, I bought one little tiny one, little, 16-ounce one, and then I got a bigger one. So this is the second one I've had. But I do have help drinking it. It's so funny. My husband used to hate things like that. He wouldn't touch them, and now he loves eggnog. I'll give him a little cup of eggnog. So good. He loves it now. I told him, "Who are you? And what did you do with my husband?" All right. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to take a look at Donald Trump. Do you remember a long time ago, I was doing some numerology and I was looking at, Trump's, his, personal numbers. And I'm going to just take a look at that today. So, he's a Gemini, right? And he's got that dual personality thing. And there's some Geminis that, like my husband, that are very good people. He does have that dual personality. He can flip on you, but he's actually a really fun guy. He's a lot of fun. Now, maybe Donald Trump's fun. Maybe the people that know him think he's a fun guy. From my perspective, he doesn't look like a whole lot of fun, but he's got a lot of followers. A lot of people voted for him. So anyway, Jill Biden's a Gemini too. And she's, those are the kind of people, and like my husband, like Trump, like Jill, they really do kind of like to be the center of attention. You know what I mean? She's a teacher, so she likes eyes on her. She likes teaching. That's her strength. And it's not in a bad way. Like Donald Trump, he wants to be the center of attention because he wants to be a king. So it's different. My husband does like to be the life of the party because he likes to make people laugh and he's fun, and he does like a lot of attention too, but not for ill games. That's for sure. I think Trump's more for ill games, and, his mind's always going. Donald Trump's mind's racing all the time. And that's why he has to have a teleprompter when he talks, because he wouldn't be able to get a thought out because it's jumbly. And, we've heard that, that maybe he might snort Ritalin and stuff like that. If he really has a problem with, attention deficit, then if he's taking Ritalin or something like that, that may help that, Maybe he does take it. Maybe somebody said he snorts it. How stories get embellished. Maybe he takes it because, his mind's always racing. And that's just part of being a Gemini, having that racing mind, But Geminis can be very charming. My husband's a very charming person. And like I said, Trump also has a lot of people around him that are doing his bidding and doing what he asks them to. And we're just wondering, how can that be? He's probably very charming too. It might not come across good, over the TV, but he must be charming, or else how could he get all these people to do his bidding? You know what I mean? But Trump gets really bored easily, you know what I mean? And that's why we haven't heard much about the pandemic from him, because he's bored with that. He's like, he's done with that. He's tired of talking about it. He don't want to, it's just a downer for him, and he's done with it. And he doesn't, he's careless. He doesn't care. So he doesn't want to talk about things like that. And we're not going to hear things like that from him. He's always on to the next new and different thing. You know what I mean? That's how Geminis are. They've got to be, moving forward and on to new things. So, he's done with the pandemic. And, that's another reason why I think Donald Trump, I don't know if he still does, but he's had a problem being faithful because of, he just likes to be stimulated all the time with something new. You know what I mean? Of course, he wants a woman on his arm that he can be proud of and that's beautiful. But on the other hand, he wants something exciting in his life going on all the time. He needs that stimulation of something going on all the time. And that I did a life path video on Donald Trump a long time ago, months ago, and he was a number 4, and they're very successful people, He believes in himself. That's the thing. That's the secret. You know what I mean? If you can believe in yourself, then you can convince others to believe in you too. And that's what Donald Trump has done. That's how he manifests what he wants in his life. And he's got this obsessive personality, But the only thing is the life lessons that he's learning, that he's going through, it looks like, he's having to learn them over and over and over before they take. You know what I mean? Maybe because he really hasn't gotten that much repercussions for the things that he's done. But life lessons, sooner or later, he's going to learn that he does have limitations, and he's learning that now. It's really, really hard, but he's going to learn that that he's limited. You know what I mean? Everybody, even though he's had a good life and he's gotten most of the time what he wanted, but there are limitations to everything. And now he's up against that wall. He wasn't reelected. He's having to learn this life lesson and go through that. And we're watching it. We're watching him have a full tilt meltdown. You know what I mean? That he's not getting his way for once. So it's really weird. We're watching all this play out. He doesn't have any shame or any guilt or anything like that. He's very careless. He's the kind of person, number 4s, and I'm relating this to the life path, that he can overcome anything. You know what I mean? In his mind, that's how he thinks. Money has bought everything for him, and he really thinks he can, overcome anything. He can analyze the problem. He can look at it and hire the people to solve all his problems. What kind of attorney do I need? What kind of person do I need to fix this problem for me? And, there's nothing that can't be fixed and, or overcome in Donald Trump's world, right? So now he thinks that the way to fix this election, did y'all hear on the news what they were saying? That he should declare martial law. What? Really, to overthrow the election, right? A coup. A coup. That's what it is. It's a coup. And that's what he's entertaining. That's, that is what is going on inside his mind. He's crazy. But thankfully, our military put out a statement saying that they wouldn't, that's not what the military's for, and they're not going to interfere in an election. Thank God. So also, I think we like to call him Munchkin, and Pompeo told Trump, you can't do that. No, we're not doing that, Okay, so for 2021, that is Trump's personal year number is number 7, okay? And, personal year numbers, there's 9. There's a cycle of 9 years, and he's in the 7th year right now of a cycle of 9 years. So we go through this pattern of 9 years, and he's the 7th. 7-year is considered a more of a lonely time, a very emotional and painful time. It's a lot of strife and difficulty in the cycle of 7. Okay. When I did a reading on Trump, I didn't see Melania divorcing him, but maybe she separates from him. Maybe even though they don't get a divorce, maybe she pulls away from him even more and stays in a separate location, And like I said, this is the year of life lessons. And this is going to be a very difficult year for Trump, with lots of conflict. I know that, what is it? The 7th District of New York is about to indict him, I think. So he's going to have a lot of lawsuits to answer for. There's going to be, a lot of chaos going on in his life. I feel like one of his children is going to have a major problem, and it's going to have a major effect on Donald Trump, because he's going to clearly know that he's the cause of all this chaos in his kid's life, And even him, if it always looks like that he doesn't have any feelings and he's cold, but I think when it comes to his children, he doesn't really want to be the cause of their suffering, So this is going to be a difficult year for him, because he's going to watch. I think it's going to be one of his kids that are really going to suffer a lot because of him. It's going to be because of Trump. Now, directly and indirectly, it's going to be, business dealings and the way that Trump brought them up. Basically, the way that he taught them to behave. Now, I know they're adults and they can make their own decisions, but it's like they've been parented and brought up in this little cocoon. You know what I mean? And it's just like that for everybody else. However you were brought up, this is what you think is right and correct, and that's So he is responsible for a lot of things. Okay, and usually in the seventh cycle, it's like a spiritual awakening for people, and I hope this is like that for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Because difficulty causes people to see seek God. When you're going through a lot of strife and difficulty, you turn towards God for help, and I hope that's what will happen in Trump's case. You know what I mean? That usually that's what this is. It turns people to a more spiritual path when they go through difficulties, right? So there's a reason for all these things that are happening. And this will help Donald Trump turn inward. You know what I mean? He'll be able to, he should be able to. That's what this cycle number 7 is all about. Reflecting on his life, and what he's done in his life. So I hope that this will be like an awakening for Donald Trump. And I think it's going to end up that he has to answer for the things that he's done, This is the fall of Trump. And that's going to cause him to reflect on his life. It really is. And turn inward and connecting with his spirit. And that's, sometimes somebody like Donald Trump that is so big, he's so big, you know what I mean? That he has to have a big, big fall for him to be able to, really look inside and see what's going on. So, some people have a steep fall, way, way down. So I feel like that's what's going on with him for this year, personal year number 7. Okay. All right. So when I connect with Donald Trump, I actually do see Melania lacing up her shoes. She's lacing up her shoes. She has a jogging outfit on, and she's ready to get the heck out of there. She's ready to go. She wants to get out of the White House. I think she is secretly happy that he lost. You know that? She really is. I know she's on Twitter, she's standing up behind her husband. She's saying that election was stolen and all that. But I think she's secretly happy that they're leaving. She is. Donald Trump, when I see him, what they're showing me, this is so funny. They're showing me, gosh, they show me so many things, it's hard to get it all out. He did want to declare martial law, number 1. He did want to, and I'm hearing, this is so funny, the way that I'm hearing it exactly is tame it down. So I don't know if that's exactly what they told him, tame it down, tame it down, tame it down. Tame yourself, boy. Donald Trump's like a deer. There's deers around here. If y'all have ever been around any deer, this is what Spirit is showing me. I'm a filter, so Spirit only has so much to work with. So they'll show me something that I can recognize. And a deer, out of fear, when they feel danger, the car is coming, instead of just letting the car pass, they freak out, and out of fear, they jump right in front of the car. You know what I mean? And that's Donald Trump. Out of fear, he's jumping right in front of the car. Out of fear and stupidity. You know what I mean? It's just like suicide. Suicide by fear. So he's doing things, his actions are causing his own downfall. Basically, that's what they're telling me, okay? Also, when it comes to the pandemic, he's like a deer caught in the headlights. You know what I mean? They're showing me he's just standing there. He's just standing there staring, frozen, not doing anything. And then it's too late. It's too late. You know, there was a time when he could have slowed this down and stopped it, or not stopped it, but he could have slowed it down and mitigated the situation. But he was just like a deer in the headlights, just watching, you know, watching it all happen. And he did nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna take a few cards. I'm gonna move this around. Some stuff on my desk here. Move my drink. And I'm gonna just see what will Trump be up to in the next 30 days. What's Trump gonna be up to in the next 30 days? Probably nothing good, right? There's nothing good that comes out of the White House. Nothing good at all. It's better off if he's, you know, gone to Mar-a-Lago and golfing. I hope he just goes golfing for the next 30 days. That would be the best thing, I think. Right. Also, I'm gonna do another one on Biden, just like this one. I'm gonna do a reading on Biden and look at his life path number and his personal year number for 2021 and see how he's going to fare. See what's going on with him. Okay. So let me pull some cards here for Donald Trump. I went to Walmart today, y'all. Got some shopping done. I saw a friend at Walmart. It was so nice. It was really nice. My husband wanted to go to Walmart too, and I told him, I've got a lot of shopping to do. You know, if you're going to go with me, you're going to have to be patient. And he said, I want to go. And I said, okay. And then I saw my friend and we talked for 20 minutes. Yeah, he was wanting to kill himself, I'm sure. He went around the store and came back and we were still talking. It was really nice to see her. I had to just get some gift cards. I've ordered everything online, and we draw names, and so everybody didn't have to buy. We buy all for the children, and then the adults just draw names, and so we only have to buy one gift for one adult, and then of course our households. My husband and my daughter that lives here, and I had to get some gift cards for my daughter that lives here because, you know, I don't know what to get her, so I just get her gift cards and stuff for the stocking. Okay, so I have the cards ready for Donald Trump here. Let's see what I got. Let's see. First card I pulled is Four of Pentacles. You know, this is him holding on to his power as long as he can. You know, he really just doesn't want to let it go. He doesn't, because he knows what's coming. He's very insecure. He's freaking out. He acts really careless, you know, like he's fearless, you know what I mean? But he knows what's coming. He really does. And that's why he's trying to hold on to power so they can't prosecute him. But you know how that is? This card tells it all, really, because anytime this card shows up and you're holding on, if you're getting a reading and you get this card, this means you're holding on to something that's not good for you. It's not good for you. And the more that you try to hold on to it, even your money, it slips through your fingers. So this is slipping through his fingers, you know, because he's holding on to it not for the right reasons, not because he wants to help the United States, because he wants to help Donald Trump. The next card is Ace of Swords. This is the sword of truth, you guys. And the man who would be king will be leaving. And he'll be leaving whether he wants to or not. And it's very, very painful for him because obviously he doesn't want to leave. But this is a new beginning for Trump. You don't always get what you want, and that's the lesson that he needs to learn, and he will be learning. That's a new one for him. And it's really hard for him to handle. This is the strength card. Uh, you know, he's trying to show everybody that I'm so strong. I'm so strong. I'm so courageous. I'm going to fight, I'm going to fight for my power. I'm going to fight to be the king, to be the president. He's fighting for the wrong things. We wanted him to fight for us, to save us from COVID. We wanted him to, put out another stimulus check and take care of the people that don't have any food on their table, that can't pay their rent and everything. That's what we wanted his strength for. But he's going to show his strength in a different way. You know what I mean? For his supporters, he's trying to act very courageous. So he's going to end up pulling something else, y'all. This is just a stunt that's coming up, I guarantee you, so that he, and for his supporters, for the people that voted for him, I guess it's going to work for them. You know what I mean? They're going to feel like he is strong and courageous, but not for people like you, like me and you guys. But it's not going to stop him. That's for sure. It's not. All right. This is Ace of Cups. This is really a missed opportunity. This is in his past position, So this Trump has a missed opportunity to be dignified and have a civil transfer of power. He missed that opportunity. It's really, really sad that we've reached this point in the United States of America, that there's so many people, so many senators and all that are backing him up. So many of the Republicans that backed him up, that let him, behave this way, and they endorsed it. So it's very sad. It's a missed opportunity, and it's caused a lot of sadness around the whole world, actually. Eight of Swords. This is the foundation of Trump's situation. He has backed himself into a corner. He's powerless, and it's actually taking a psychological toll on him. He's, you know what I mean? It's like every time he got a recount on his votes over and over and over. They counted Georgia 3 times. He lost and he lost and he lost. And then they've had all these attorneys trying to do all kinds of things, and he's lost and he's lost and he's lost. So it's taken a toll on him because he's not used to losing. He's not used to being told no. So, it's like he feels like this has been done to him. You know what I mean? Like somebody's done something to him, but he's done it to himself. That's what this card is all about. You're doing this to yourself. He's doing this to himself. Now, if he would have just said, I lost the election, and he would have just, had a civilized transfer of power and, said, okay, Biden's going to be your president, it would be so much less painful for him. But he's done this to himself over and over and over, and he will face the consequences of his actions. That's what this is all about. Okay. So the last card that I pulled for Trump is the Knight of Swords. He's not ready to put his sword down. He's not ready to stop fighting. This man will never give up. He's ready for a fight all the time, and he wants to keep fighting. When he tells a lie over and over and over again, then he believes it. He believes his own lies. This is all about charging ahead without a plan, and that's what he's doing. It's like throwing spaghetti against a wall, and let's see what sticks. So there's no real plan. Let's just keep throwing stuff until maybe something sticks. And it's very, very dangerous. He's screaming, he's having tantrums, he's having a meltdown, and we're going to hear some more crazy stuff coming out from the White House, because he is not going to just slip gently into the night. He's going to leave the White House screaming. He really is, y'all. He's just a fighter. He's never going to give up. He's never going to give up. He's a dangerous, dangerous man. He really is. He's dangerous. Okay, guys, I will do another reading on Biden maybe tomorrow. Today, I have to, after I get off the camera here, I sell these stockings, these little felt Christmas stockings on Etsy, and I have to embroider a name on here. It's going to take me a little while. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of Etsy work and a lot of sewing and embroidering. And plus, I'm doing readings too. If you'd like to get a reading with me, I can do a reading for you. I'd love to do it. Just contact me. Look down below. I have my email address down there, and we'll get together and I'll do a reading. And I do my readings. You guys already know how I do it. But if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming and welcome. I read all the comments and I appreciate them. And I love you guys so much. If you want, the readings are recorded and sent. Okay, so you just ask me all your questions up front and your concerns, and then I send it. Okay, I send it back to you. I'm looking at my computer. It's doing some weird stuff. It's it's acting weird. Anyway, okay, guys. I will talk to you again soon. Love you so much. Y'all take care. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified of the next one that comes out. And do something kind for somebody. It always comes back to you. And I love y'all. Bye for now.